Dragon, dragon. House of the Dragon, dragon, dragon. Hot D. I can't, there's no three things I can. For those of you who have no idea what the hell I just did, it's a Dragon Ball Z reference. Oh, but it goes Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, that's the American version of it.
Senna.
Pals! We're watching House of the Dragon. This is episode 4 of season 2. Very excited to get into this. Here we go. Okay, is he trapped forever?
I'm just so curious about that woman.
How do we know this is not in his head?
Are you dreaming, Damon?
What?
It's a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream.
Oh no.
Oh, hi, Valerian.
Speak plainly. Stop. Stop it.
Oh, it's all coming out. The truth. Whoa!
Wow, even in the dream.
You would kill her even then?
It's disconcerting.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What? No. He had his chance. I guess it wouldn't have been good though if he did it.
Oh.
There's been a rape.
Shit. What? How did he? Oh, he cut his own hand?
Slept well, I trust.
Haha, so well.
As I said, there's been a raven. Aegon's army departed King's Landing a fortnight ago. The castles of Rosby and Stokeworth have both fallen without siege. They have raised Aegon's banner and added their levies to Sir Christian Cole's host. Both houses cited that sad business with the usurper's son in their declarations. Sir Christian's army, now tripled in strength, might have Harrenhal as its destination. Even if you can raise a host of rivermen.
I was like, what is that?
That's a bad omen.
Black goat is a bad omen?
Goats kind of
Let's
have
see
a
what your Lord Paramount is made of.
satanic connection.
My prince, my grace.
This is Sir Oscar Tully, grandson to Grover Tully. He is heir to Riverrun and the future Lord Paramount of the Riverlands.
How fares your grandsire?
Oh gosh. Oh my god, the size disparity.
Sadly, he remains incapacitated. He lies in a kind of waking sleep, unable to do much more than take meager drink. It is barely enough to sustain him.
So he's alive?
Yes.
Well, my time is short and I have need of an army. Perhaps you might place a feather pillow over his head and speed along your inheritance.
Huh?
Okay.
I love my grandsire, like a father.
Are you here to speak with your grandsire's voice for House Tully in the Riverlands?
While he still lives? That is not our way.
Then you're of no use to me.
Oh gosh.
House Tully is a fish with no head. Remind me which of your countrymen claimed to fight in the name of Aegon?
House Bracken that declared green, Your Grace.
Who could remember? Summon the Blackwords here. I require men of action to lead my host of rivermen.
Wow. Just like that. Sorry, boy.
The world's tough. Gotta get tough quick.
Well, not everyone is like Damon. He's like, I love my dad. I'm not gonna. I mean, my
Damon
grandfather.
is like the summer school of life.
The summer school of life?
Yeah,
How do you mean?
Summer school's like quick learning. You know, it's all what do you call it? Compressed.
You are Alan.
Yes, Princess.
I'm given to understand my lord husband owes you his life. But I was not told his saviour was so comely.
Ooh, hello.
Your mother must have been very beautiful.
Great niece.
Oh, what?
Awkward.
Is your work finished?
I just had a word with your captains. He was the sailor who plucked you from your watery grave.
Yeah, and?
You did not think to mention it.
What?
I did not think it relevant.
What?
I know who he is, Corliss.
Who is he?
Alan's past is no fault of his.
Why?
He saved his lord's life. He should be raised up and honoured, not hidden beneath the tides.
Is this why you came?
Oh shit. Did he
To
have an
subject me to an inquisition?
illegitimate child?
That's what the implication seems to
Yeah.
I came to tell you that Baylor has called me to Dragonstone. That councillor's going to dine on her and Jace for supper. They grow restless in Rhaenyra's absence.
Where has that woman gone?
I suspect to try and draw us all back from the abyss.
be. Please let this conversation come back in this episode. Those two usually get like one strong scene per episode.
Right?
As requested. I brewed it myself.
Thank you.
What's in it?
I will see it delivered discreetly.
Do report if the recipient has need of any remedy that he is known to disagree with the cut.
I shall observe the girl closely.
What is this for? Did they say this in the last episode? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
You've ever been a practical man, an honourable servant to the crown, and you served my lord husband in his darkest hours.
Such was my duty, Your Grace.
Okay.
Do you believe Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him?
Oh.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, tread carefully, my man.
I could not know.
Okay. Diplomatic.
His Grace never raised the matter with me.
I mean, that in itself is kind of an answer, isn't it?
How so?
Because it wasn't obviously something he wanted to do. He never brought it up to anybody.
But he's just the Grand Maester. It's like, are you going to tell your plans to your doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it for herself? Oh no. I was afraid that it was a Schmorschen tea.
So she's pregnant again?
I think she's afraid maybe she is. But, like, she can't be pregnant. She has no husband. Yeah. How's that gonna look?
Weird.
Sir Criston Cole's host has taken to exploiting the tree cover to conceal its movements. He now only travels by night to confound our dragons.
And what is Cole's heading?
It is difficult to say, but there were signs of an army moving northwest, I believe.
You should have burned them when you had the chance.
Perhaps you can, Sir Alfred, when you next sight them on your dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mic drop.
Sassy.
Ravens were sent to Harrenhal, seeking news of Daemon's progress with the River Lords. None have, as yet, returned.
An enemy host growing in constitution marches somewhere in the vastness of the Crown Land. We could perhaps act if only we had a host of our own, or someone here to lead us.
Mind your tongue, Sir Alfred.
Yeah.
Does it speak falsely, my prince? This council is rudderless.
I'm doing my best to steer it, Sir Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
Why should your voice be any louder than ours, princess? We need to raise alliances and command our vassals, but they are gone.
What has come of this council?
All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
My lord.
He shut right up.
Our enemy is on the march.
Is there naught to be done in the absence of the Queen but to grouse and claw for power?
Tell him.
We do not know the Queen's doings, but we must trust she seeks the same as each of us at this table. An end to this conflict.
She's on her way back. She'll be there soon enough.
There is no end, only beginning. Oh, jeez.
Men of House Darkland, all who bend the knee to the true King Aegon will be spared.
Oh, man.
You can earn back your honor by raising his banner and fighting in his name against the Dragonstone. All who refuse will have their death.
Wow. Just one guy.
That was very efficient filmmaking. You saw just how many guys were just, killed.
Dead. Yeah.
You get what's happened here.
Is there no honor left in this world, Cole? Sacking your queen's own castles and putting up people to the sword? Kingmaker.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
You're not fit for the White Cloak.
Oh.
Tell him.
He's on his dark path.
This is a better death than a traitor deserves. You should thank me for it.
No.
Yours will come in kind.
Whew.
Dang, he's full baddie now.
Yeah.
I was trying to, have some hope for him when he sent off his underling, the twin.
Yeah, no.
But he's just... It seems like it's happened so quick. Or has it been progressing this direction for a while and I'm just...
Well, it's just, time has elapsed.
That's true.
We'll lead the van northeast. Follow the coastline.
Realize you were neither born nor bred anywhere near the Crown Lands, my good Lord Hand. But Harrenhal is to the west.
Where are we going?
Indeed it is.
I told you we should have sent our dragons, and now look what's happened. Daemon, of all people, has taken Harrenhal. I give you a job, and now you just sit there. It's your castle!
That castle is more crippled than I am, Your Grace.
Oh.
It's like to drive Daemon to madness as he attempts to make use of it, which is beyond his faculties.
He's not wrong.
It is also penniless, as I happily control all of its gold. So, as Harrenhal saps Daemon's resolve, the false queen remains trapped on her island, and Sir Criston continues felling castles in the Crown Lands.
This is smart stuff.
I need to be informed of these things. If I am to make informed rulings, I will not be made to look a fool in front of my allies and enemies.
Harrenhal must wait. Sir Criston is marching on Rook's Rest.
Rook's Rest? A pathetic prize. I gave no such command.
The castle is small, weakly defended, and Lord Staunton sits on Rhaenyra's council. After Cole smashes it, we'll have Dragonstone effectively cut off by land.
Wow.
This war will not be won with dragons alone, but with dragons flying behind armies of men.
No, have him turn about. I want Harrenhal back.
Cole is already preparing his attack.
He just walks.
Wow. Dang.
He just walks away.
Lord Laris.
I thought I'd look in on you, Your Grace. After your absence from the small council, I feared something was amiss.
He's sussed it out.
You're kind to do so, my lord, but indulgence was my sin. I ventured into the lamprey pie at last night's supper. Too far, I fear.
Oh gosh, yep.
That is a rich indulgence. But I believe it is a sin to deny your appetites. It will make us fully alive as mortal men.
Was anything of note discussed at the council?
Daemon having seized Harrenhal and his grace's resulting displeasure.
I would have thought you would be the most aggrieved, my lord.
See it as a loss for our greater good. Dragonstone's attentions are greatly divided, first in the Riverlands and the Gullet, and now the Crownlands. Sir Criston wins every challenge he faces there. That truth alone is like to incite Rhaenyra's fury.
He's covered himself in glory, to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
You must worry for him. Sworn sword.
Huh.
On the march, ever exposed to dragons, it is a perilous road.
Sir Criston is the hand of the king. We should all pray for his victory and safe return.
Indeed.
How's he feel about this? Maybe he wants Criston Cole to die so he can take his place.
You have not seemed yourself of late.
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace. Now I've barely had the hours to grieve one tragedy before suffering the next. I regret if I have not been myself.
Okay.
I did not know you shared your lord husband's love for the histories.
If not his love, then certainly an abiding interest. The voices of history guided Viserys. He knew that his wisdom alone could only reach so far.
Do you think that is why he changed his mind? In the end, no matter how suited he thought Rhaenyra for the crown,
How did he hear about this conversation?
I don't know.
voices of history, as you say, would have told him how the realm would react to her
It's
succession.
impossible to know what steered his thoughts in those final hours.
Do you now doubt his intentions?
Oh my god.
How did he find this out?
He's smart.
The nun across from them.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish, and so will Aegon's. The war will be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne. The significance of Viserys' intentions died with him.
Yeah.
We can't avoid bloodshed, why not?
Yes, it did.
He seems in agreement.
Yeah. It doesn't matter anymore. The wheels have been set into motion.
It's got to be the nun, the one that kept walking back and forth.
No, but maybe. But I think also he's so smart and so observant, he can just put two and two together and be like, okay, this might be why she's doing all this and why she's feeling funny.
I feel like he hasn't had a good night's rest in a while.
No, this is awful.
What? What?
Okay. Another vision or nightmare. How does anyone sleep here? Or maybe they just get used to it. They're
Or
like,
maybe he's the only one who's being punished like this.
oh? Meanwhile, that lady's just
It's a touch late
chill.
to be stalking about a strange castle putting its people to the sword.
You.
I'm called Alice
Strong?
Rivers.
Okay.
Bastard.
Once you get to know me, you'll find I'm not so bad.
So what are you then? Some kind of maester?
In a manner of speaking, I inherited the duties after the last one fled in the night.
Fled? Why?
Just never settled in.
Haha, he went crazy.
I've come to know the face of tortured rest well enough. Sleep can be thin in this place.
What? What is that?
What would you know of my sleep?
Harrenhal's been cursed since its first stone was laid.
Okay.
Black hadn't felled the grove of weirwood trees that grew on these lands.
Oh.
Heart trees imbued with the spirits of those who lived long before he came.
Bad move.
Their whispers can still be heard
A
sometimes.
midwife's tale.
The very bed you sleep in was made from such a heart tree.
Oh, gosh. I'd be like, nope.
You experienced anything of note?
You are a strange kind of woman.
I'm no woman at all. I'm a barn owl, cursed to live in human form. So you've come here after quarrelling with your wife.
What?
You arrive here alone to claim the castle and yet send no ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Do you now plan to make your own claim? Perhaps to prove yourself to her?
Do not try me with your insolence, witch.
It's a hard thing, I imagine, to give obeisance to one who replaced you as heir.
What's in that?
And a woman, too, a girl child you bounced on your knee. I mean, does it please you that her legitimacy is contested as you stand here with a castle and a dragon, attempting to draw an army of men?
What is in that?
Here, drink this.
It'll help you sleep. Do we trust her?
You'll need your sleep if you're to win this place to your side.
Isn't she the one who told him he's gonna die there?
Yeah, oh god.
What a cut.
But maybe we can use the visions to, like, help him.
That was a nice edit, though.
Yeah.
Brackens are venal cravens, and they must pay for their treachery against the laws of gods and men. And against the crown.
Who are you?
Sir William Blackwood of House Blackwood, Your Grace. As I said.
How long has he been sitting there?
What might I do for you?
It was you who summoned me, Your Grace.
Gosh.
I was given to understand that you wanted an army.
Well, who doesn't these days? You Blackwoods certainly never miss a chance to bloody your swords.
Some 20 years ago, my lord bent the knee to King Viserys and acknowledged the Princess Rhaenyra as his rightful heir.
So you fight for this old oath, not of course for your 1,000-year-old feud with the Brackens.
I once vied for Queen Rhaenyra's hand before she wed Seleno. I was like her spirit. She had the true blood of the dragon.
And you're prepared to march without the leave of your lord.
Weird.
Oh,
gosh.
What? Why did he drink that cup? That was just not a bueno move.
He's hallucinating.
Yeah.
Your Grace.
Okay.
And once you and your dragon bring the Queen's justice to the Brackens, our armies will be yours.
Done.
What are you doing here?
Where are your father's books?
I ordered them removed.
With no thought to the centuries of knowledge in those pages.
Where'd they go?
Those like bumbling idiots.
I removed them. I didn't burn them.
Where did you move them to?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
What is it?
They don't care what I think.
We got nothing to offer, dude.
Who, Aegon?
My council. Cole, Aemond, they pursue their campaign without seeking my aid, or even my thoughts.
What thoughts would you have?
Exactly. She smiled at that, too.
Do you think simply wearing the crown imbues you with wisdom?
Exactly. Great question.
Those men at your council table earned their seats. It was my hope that, once enthroned, you would honour the burden of your new duties, be silent, and strive to learn from the more studied minds around you.
Did you teach him that, though?
In the hope that you might be half the king your father was.
Tread carefully.
Or what?
Yeah. She's your mom.
You'll hang me, as you did your rat catchers.
Uh-huh.
Or have me banished, as you did your hand. You should humbly be seeking our opinions and counsel.
Humbly.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
What would you have me do, Mother?
Okay.
Mama.
Do simply what is needed of you. Nothing.
Wow. Interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay. Just let the grown-ups do the work. Wow.
It's just a figurehead for the time being.
Exactly. To be told, you know what's the best thing you can do? Nothing at all. Yeah. Just let us handle this, because you're useless.
For now. If he actually listens, it would be surprising.
It's broad daylight. We must hold here and ready ourselves to lay siege at nightfall.
We shall move now and strike by day. They will not expect it.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean...
Did you forget the little encounter we had on the road to Rosby?
I did not.
Dragonstone and their dragons are just across the bay. What, grown tired of living, have you?
Huh.
You're afraid, sir?
Why are you challenging him like that?
We advance.
He's crazy, but also this is kind of a genius move, because he's right. No one's going to expect him to. This is outside of the pattern.
Doing the unexpected is not always the smart move. Sometimes it's absolutely stupid and gets you killed.
Right. So we'll see.
But to support the war that your vassals have been fighting in your absence, Your Grace.
What a way to say that.
Many Darkling men declared for Aegon. Those who refused were put to the sword.
What of my father?
He kept his oath.
Ugh.
Cole took his head for it.
Sorry about that.
Where have you been these last days? You vanished without so much as a word.
Excuse you?
I went to King's Landing.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Just out with it.
To meet Queen Alicent and sue for peace.
You could have been taken or slain.
I inherited 80 years of peace from my father. Before I was to end it, I needed to know that there was no other path.
Yeah. Shut up, boy.
Either I win my claim or die.
Wow.
We stand at the ready.
Cole's victories have only emboldened him. He marches on Rook's Rest.
His host was just hours away when Lord Staunton's ravens took wing.
Why Rook's Rest? After Duskendale. It's but a small coastal keep.
Uh-oh.
Because his castle is small and vulnerable and there for the taking. Cole knows we have no army on the mainland.
He is brazen.
He is daring us to act.
We need to send a dragon.
Okay.
There are those who have mistaken my caution for weakness.
That's the second time she said that.
Yeah.
I will not loose dragons to war whilst I hide here in my castle.
Our allies raise their banners for you, Mother.
Yes, they do.
If you die, all is lost.
Exactly.
You lack the experience.
It's true.
That's very true.
But he won't get it if he doesn't go.
You must send me,
Okay.
Your Grace.
Oh, I feel like someone's gonna have an issue with that.
Melis is your largest dragon and no stranger to battle. I will meet Cole.
I don't like this. No good options, really.
I wish only to fight for you. For your claim and mine.
There's something I need to tell you, Jace.
Okay. A Song of Ice and Fire?
Something I should have told you when you first became heir to the throne. It's a secret. But Viserys told me when he named me his successor.
Oh, gosh.
And it has passed from king to heir since Aegon the Conqueror's time.
It's not good to make decisions while you're drunk.
Oh, no.
The Targaryen who sits the Iron Throne is not just a king or a queen. They are a protector.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
And to unite them against a common foe.
Oh, gosh.
Viserys chose me to succeed him. He held to this the whole of his life.
Well, damn.
My father believed that I alone was meant to be this protector.
They're 1,500 strong at least, my lord.
The horrors I have just loosed cannot be for a crown alone.
Okay.
That is why I must believe what Viserys told me when he named me his heir. What Jaehaerys had told him, and what I will now tell you.
Gosh.
What is he up to?
Aegon the Conqueror's dream. He called it the Song of Ice and Fire.
Gosh. But like if Aegon comes to fight and he's all like wild and crazy.
He might end up hurting his own men.
No, I'm just afraid for Rhaenys, really. I know she's more experienced, but he might do something like completely just wild.
Decimate her?
Yeah, just, you know.
How's with you, Cole?
Make the signal.
What signal?
All is going to plan.
Oh, gosh. Oh, she's coming right into a trap.
Well, hopefully she's smarter and able to navigate.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Aemond was here the whole time.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Shit. Oh, shit. And his dragon's the biggest, meanest one.
Yep.
No,
We've seen what it can do.
Yeah.
Boss, Vega, Sir Daor.
Oh, gosh. He's ready. Oh, no.
It's gonna be a surprise attack.
Yeah. What if something happens to him, though?
I am wondering about that as well,
Whose
like some
dragon's
kind of accidental attack.
Your king has joined you! Hold to your courage! Hold to your wits!
Prize, bitch.
Oh. This would be over if it wasn't for the fact that...
Oh. I feel bad for the dragon.
Wow. Oh.
Does it have like acidic blood or something?
It would seem so.
Oh.
Yo, she's like, I ain't done with you yet, bitch.
But Vhagar's gonna come out and
know.
just... Oh, no, I don't like it. Oh,
God
Jesus.
damn, it just like cuts across the horizon. Oh my God.
beast.
Whoa. Everyone just goes silent.
Yeah.
Like, what can you do?
But perhaps having Vhagar also makes them cocky. You know, it's like, yeah, we have the biggest one and the meanest one. But, oh my God, get out of there! Oh, no! Snap that Sunfire in half and leave.
Thank the gods!
Thank the gods. Oh.
Got it!
Are you going to kill your brother? Are you serious? He must have known.
Damn! Oh my God.
What?
Yo! She just saw it too.
Yeah! Dang! Fly back! Fly back!
Is she gonna get credit for killing the king?
Oh God. What?
Okay.
Oh no. She's going to martyr herself?
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah, we knew it. As soon as she was like, I'll go. I volunteer as tribute. No. What's the plan? She can't just sacrifice herself for nothing. No! For what? Come on, Maelys. Something. Hurt him at least. Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay, that was unexpected.
Yo! Is that where this episode ends?
Okay. Woo. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Oh, goodness gracious. Damn, the Dragon's just trying to walk. Everyone's dying in the process.
Yeah.
Dragon's like, ouchie, ouch, ouch. People up in the process.
Where's Aemon?
No, she's out.
Oh my God.
Unscathed.
I don't know about that. I need to see her. Oh no.
Let's see.
I need to see her full body. I need to see her. Oh my God, is she like burned? Guys, are we gonna make it?
What's she doing?
What are you?
What's she doing? Oh, I guess she's going back to finish the job.
I just
That's
want
a great
her
thing.
to
Look
survive.
up. Yeah, look up. Oh God. She knew.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh. Oh, Maelys. gonna shoot fire up your butt.
Help me understand something. Did she sacrifice herself to be a martyr?
I have no idea what her plan was, because I'm not convinced it was a good one. Like she just wanted,
basically went back in to die. And
yeah,
I'm like, but why?
I mean, she's definitely taken out numbers, you know? And maybe it was a calculated move on her part to be like, but well, let me take out as many fighters as I can, you know, on their side. God. Why does scum like him survive?
He has to see what's come of his plan.
What's happened to Aegon, though? Well, so far, I guess they're winning.
The king is dead, though, right?
He's not dead until we see a body.
The king has fallen. We must find him.
He's dead. This person's dead. He's just ash. Ew.
How did he Wow.
Yeah.
How did he survive this?
By the grace of the gods. By the grace of the seven. That's what he's gonna say it is. It's like some sort of divine intervention. It definitely feels like that. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. What happened? Is he dead? Is he dead? Oh, my God. Is he gonna...
Aemond!
Where is his grace?
Underneath the dragon. Oh God, that didn't sound good. If he'd have just listened to his mother and done nothing, he'd be fine. But what the hell?
I mean, we saw what he did to him in the last episode, so I'm not surprised, to be honest with you.
I get that, but also, like, that's quite petty. I mean...
He humiliated him. He's like...
I get that, but also, like, that's quite petty.
What?
You're gonna kill your brother? For that shit?
Yes.
Watch out, Greg.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I mean, we're in a world where people, it's like Game of Thrones, where, you know, family members are fighting and quarreling over who gets the seat. And he clearly is way more qualified. This makes it way scarier now that he's probably next in line, right?
I feel like Aemond and Daemon are so similar as well. Like, I was a little bit confused in that vision where we see, I guess, an older version of Aemond walking around and Daemon sees him, because I was like, God, he looks just like Daemon. But it happens so quickly that I was kind of like, wait, am I crazy? Or is that actually what they want me to see and feel? But like personality wise, I feel like they're so similar, because when Daemon saw the Tully boy, right, he was all like, well, you could hurry it along and just smother your grandfather with a pillow, you know, and just like kill him. And so in a way, this was what Aemon was doing, where he's like, well, clearly my brother's a dumbass and he's not fit to rule. So like he saw an opportunity and was like, sweet, I'll just take him out as well, and we can just chalk it up to it was war. There were dragons involved.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. All throughout in this entire season, you know, you've been watching him plot and figure out maneuvers and strategy, tactics and whatnot, you know, and his brother's just dicking around, drinking and what have you. And he didn't really start to get serious at all until his son died. He then proceeded to humiliate his brother, who outclasses him in every possible way. And it's like, you don't mess with that dude. You want him to have your back.
Yeah, 100%.
And so, because you get him on your bad side, that's what happens. So, you know.
Yeah, although right now we're still not 100% sure if Aegon is dead. Maybe he could be dead, or like just severely burned and paralyzed and incapacitated. Like, I'm not gonna believe anything until I see a funeral or something, you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a funeral in the next episode.
Yeah,
and Alicent crying and et cetera, et cetera.
Dang.
But if he's not dead,
he's out of the picture.
He's out of the
way.
picture for a while. And when he comes to, is he going to remember anything?
He'll be like, you did it, Aemon.
You know, it's like so much will have transpired by the time he wakes up, if he is alive. But that was powerful. I'm just confused as to Rhaenys's. I want to know what her thinking was, because she was totally self-sacrificing. It's like she did damage, and she could have gotten away. And when she returned, in my mind, it's one of two things. It's either she came back to do some more fighting, like with the actual intention of fighting, or she knew straight up she was gonna die and was martyring herself to motivate Rhaenyra and everybody, you know, to charge forth, or she so, you know what I mean?
I doubt that it would be something as simple as like she fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, I think she made a calculated decision. We're still unsure of what that is.
It might have also been a thing where it's like retreat is not an option.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been worse if she had retreated, because then Vhagar would have followed, and then they're not ready, they're not prepared. But it makes me sad because, like, okay, if war is like chess or chess is like war, right? Like, I cannot see how Rhaenys is just a pawn that you sacrifice like that. It feels like they played a
No,
really,
she's not a pawn.
She's not a pawn. That's the thing. They played a really big, you know, chess piece there.
Right. I'm not a chess expert or anything.
No, me neither.
But I do know that, you know, there are occasions where you sacrifice a rook or something, or a bishop, in an effort to draw out certain major pieces.
Sure.
And make them vulnerable so you can attack them with something like your queen or whatever, right? And so, yeah, like, they sacrificed a very strong, what do you call it? Piece on the chessboard. But they also got the king. So,
well,
that was a weird thing that.
But that wasn't even her exactly, you know.
It would have been. The thing is, no matter what, he was gonna die. The king, he was gonna die, like either by her hand or his brothers. He was gonna die no matter what.
So, what does it mean now that if Aegon is truly dead? What does that mean? Because, okay, now he's out of the picture. So now do we have to take out Aemond and anyone else from their side who might be in line for the throne until Rhaenyra has a clear path? Or can we just be like, okay, well, he's dead, so, you know, my dad named me as the successor and the heir, so I should be queen now.
Be his brother. I think his brother's going to take over in his stead.
Yeah,
he
probably.
Clearly, he's like... Even in the dialogue, in the Valyrian dialogue, it seemed that his brother was not as up to speed on his Valyrian.
Yeah, on his High Valyrian, yeah, for sure. Like, he was definitely pulling a power move on him, just being like, okay, I'm going to talk to you in our special code. Oh, wait, you didn't even bother to study, dumbass.
Aemon comes to the table, and in his like very fluent Valyrian speak, he's like, these are the plans that I've laid out that I think are pretty strong. What do you think we should do? If you have a better one, please feel free to suggest it. And the king's like, good move, yes. Like, he had nothing, he could barely, like, it was
string together a sentence.
I was like watching the subtitles, I'm like, that's not English. And then I realized he was having a hard time.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep up, you know? And he felt absolutely emasculated. And it's like, if he had any, like, a modicum of wisdom, he would have listened to his mom.
Yeah.
And he would have been like, okay, these people are clearly the smarter ones. I got to learn from them. And his ego his hubris got the better of him.
Yeah, definitely ego killed him in this regard. Yeah, because he's just so useless. But sometimes it's like, you just need to know your lane.
Yeah.
If your lane is to just be a figurehead king, just let the grown-ups do the work, and then you can just like party and drink wine and like hoor about, you know what I mean?
I agree with you. I co-sign that. But I think that maybe the way Alicent put it to him, which, you know, from her perspective, she's just very frustrated with the whole situation. It's like, dude, look, all you got to do is nothing. You
just like chill.
But so I get her frustration given all the sacrifices she's made and the conversation she just had with her former best friend. There's a lot she's got a lot going on, and she's on the meds, you know? She's dealing with that. So maybe her delivery was not, the best it could have been had she had all of her faculties about her, because I don't think she would have said it like that on another day.
She's not been the warmest mother to the boys, at least, or to any of her children.
I guess. I've never heard her put it like that, but sure, you're right.
And I think you're right as well in that, she's probably reached the end of her rope, and she's just like, my patience is at 0 right now.
With his personality, I felt like she said all the wrong things, is my point.
Right.
She said exactly what she needed to get him killed.
Right. It's like, you ought to know your son better, but sadly, she doesn't.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're gonna kill me like one of your rat catchers? Exactly! You know who you're dealing with! You know who this dude is! Why are you saying these words? Like, you know what kind of guy he is.
Right.
You know? And so, like, I'm not mad at her. I'm kind of glad it all went down like that, because this just elevates the stakes in a tremendous way. Because if Eye Patch takes over, they're even a more formidable army even now. Even more now is what I mean to say, because he actually like has strategy. He has tactics. He can see the board and understand where to put the pieces. And I feel like he is the kind of person that can take the information, go and then formulate a great plan. That makes him very scary.
Yeah, that does make him scary, but I do think he needs to check himself, because once Rhaenyra's side kind of gets their act together and they realize that, okay, so obviously Vhagar is a formidable adversary, right? Like, he's huge and he's fierce. He takes people and dragons out just like that. I feel like that might lead Aemond and their side, the green side, to being more overconfident maybe. And, sometimes when you have less resources, you can kind of come up with some ingenious plans to take out like the stronger enemy, because you have to. And then they don't think that way because they're like, well, obviously we're like super strong or whatever,
I feel like there's also the fact that that dragon might have gotten hurt in battle a little bit.
Yeah,
he got wrecked a little bit.
Definitely Meleys was like, I'm gonna give you everything that I have, like until the end. Like, that really hurt me, actually, the way that she went, because the way that Vhagar just like chomped down on her neck and she looked so helpless there. And I was just really taken by the obvious loving bond that Rhaenys and Meleys had. And so, it's almost like when you have a pet that you love a lot and then it gets hurt and you're like, my heart breaks. And then they both died, and I was like, I can't.
But I think that at the moment she signed up to go, we knew she was gonna die, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so it pained me a little bit that they didn't get a goodbye, It's like I kept saying that, I'm like, there's no goodbye between these two characters.
Yeah.
But maybe that would have shown its hand too early, even though we all sort of knew what was going to happen. Like, she's not going to win,
Yeah.
So.
But also, it's like, she can't let the queen go, because if they let Rhaenyra go, then, and this happened to Rhaenyra, well, then they're screwed. And then she can't let the prince go, because then the heir is potentially dead. Like, we don't need that to happen again. So
I'm going to make a weird reference, and I'll try my best to keep it short. There's this film called The Big Chill, and I didn't get it when I watched it. I don't know if I'd get it today if I watched it again. But there's a wide shot towards the end of the film where these two friends make up. Like, they're cool now. And the thing is, there's no close-up of it. It happens in a wide shot while there's other stuff going on. And the temptation is always to go to a close-up to really emphasize things, so you make sure the audience doesn't miss it.
Right.
And my friend at the time had to point it out to me, like, this is different from what you would typically do. Like, it's just in the wide, and you have to have the confidence as a director to know the audience is going to catch it. It's a tactic that Spielberg employs a lot. And so here, I'm wondering if something somewhat similar happened where, because I'm thinking they didn't want to play their hand, but maybe it's like they just had the confidence to show you with that little look that happened, that's enough. Her husband looks at her like, yo, like, this might be the last time I see you. And it all just goes by quick, like that.
Yeah.
But it was there,
Yeah.
And there was a look of him looking at her, and it's just like, it gives him pause, and then she moves on, and she's got to go fight now.
Yeah, but they're both warriors, that's the thing. And so
Right.
I think there is that understanding there where he's like, I get it. Like, this is obviously the best choice. Like, what choice do we have, really, if we're going to send someone with a dragon? She was the best option. And then, yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's like a deleted scene or something now where he's like trying to catch her before she goes, and the expectation is that he gets mad because it's like, oh, you shouldn't do this. But
like
it's
they
but
get sexy one last time.
No, but it's like if there was a scene to what you're saying, it would be a thing where he's accepted it. And it's like, there's like this unsaid stuff happening in that moment of like, this could be the last time we see each other, but this is the move.
Yeah, although it is kind of messed up that like before that moment, they had that awkward moment with Alan, you know?
Right.
Where she's
was
like...
that Alan or Adam? There's 2 A names.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think it's Alan.
When I saw his face, I was like, oh God, I can't remember which one that is.
Well, you guys know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, when she had that scene where she's like looking at his face and it's like, oh, your mother must have been very comely. And we realized like, oh shit, like Corlys like had an affair. And I mean, of course in those times, right, that type of stuff happened all the time. Now I'm like, oh, that was so interesting, that little tidbit that they dropped. But also that was such an awkward way to have like one of your last interactions with your wife be her kind of like, yeah, this is a sore reminder of that relationship that you had on the side, you know, and the child that resulted from that.
They didn't even really finish that conversation.
No.
I felt like they moved on from it in a way that was like, oh, that was done quick. I don't know what else they could have said in the moment, I guess, but...
I guess Alan, if that's his name, doesn't know. Or does he? I'm not sure. But it seems like maybe he doesn't know, or maybe he does know, and that's why he's kind of like, I don't want to be involved at all. Like, I don't know what his mother said about who his father is.
Interesting episode.
Yeah.
You know, they showed, what's her name in the corner, in the nosebleeds, watching over the meeting, right? She was listening in. The lady, I forget her name, the one who's like Asian or something.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
She's got a complicated name, but
yeah.
It's another moment where I thought, oh, is she gonna enter the scene?
Yeah, I thought she was gonna come in as well.
And just didn't, and I was like, all right. I don't know what that's a setup for.
Or maybe she only speaks to Rhaenyra in private. Like, because how would that look?
Not good.
Among the council? Yeah, exactly. And so seeing as she's basically the spider of this show, she would come in secretly and just be like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And also I feel like Rhaenyra's council, I don't know if they would take too well to another woman coming on board and being like, here's what I think you should do.
That's true.
You know?
Cool stuff. I enjoyed that episode quite a bit. I have questions about that ending, and maybe we're gonna get schooled in the comments. People are gonna be like, oh my god, it's so obvious, it's this then. And I'm like, okay, well, whoops. But until that or next episode, I have no idea what happened there at the end. Why? But it was sad, to say the least. I did not want her character to go. I was actually looking forward to her character doing more.
Yeah, and the show kept doing this thing where we'd be like, oh no, she's definitely dead now. And then she would come back and we're like, okay, well, she's definitely going to fly away now, right? Like, she's going to live to fight another day. And then they did that 2 more times. And then she died.
Oh, yeah. I guess I want to comment on that real quick. The false endings were quite interesting to me. And this is... It's funny because we just experienced this, I feel like, with false shows, Acolyte, right? Where it's like there was like multiple endings, it felt like.
Right.
Except here, it was each time they came back, it was more interesting. And I'm like, what? We're still going? Okay. How far is this going to go? And it was very poignant stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm left in a place of so much curiosity. It's painful to have to wait, a whole week to find out where this goes next.
Yeah.
A very, very good cliffhanger moment. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jabby Kawai. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.